Liquid Pulse Radio with Leo Dantes, Kevin Hoskin, and Evolving Suns Audio.
Good evening, you're tuned into Liquid Pulse with me, Leo Dantes, and nobody. Well, we do have Kev on the phone a bit later, so we'll try and get him there. But enjoy the mix. This is from Kev, and I've got a mix in the second half of the show. But up first is Curtis and Craig. Happy New Year. So it is a Happy New Year for some, but not for others. Not for everyone, but some people. Enjoy it. So Kevin Hoskin in the mix there, bringing us some fresh off the vine trance. I think he said they're all promos, so yeah, you might have heard of them, but I think most of them are yet to come out. It's a shame they can't be played in clubs because the club's closed. So it looks like late summer before they will start opening again. It keeps on dragging on and stretching out like Stretch Armstrong. But yeah, we'll get there in the end. Up next is Forian and Second Facility. So enjoy. Not much else to say really because nothing much has happened. Back to the grind, I think, is what it's all about. But I think I'll try and get Kev on the phone up in a minute. We'll have a chat with him. So up next we got Parker and Klein, Soft Grey, the Costa Pantasis remix. And we have a friendly, familiar voice on the phone. Hello, Kevin.
Hello, mate, all right?
How's it going?
Yeah, good. You?
Yeah, good week?
Yeah, I haven't been too bad. Managed to do a bit of work with my friends, a bit of labouring to keep me busy. But yeah, it's same as everyone else, just stuck in and yeah, bored really. I suppose anything else, more than anything else.
Listening to the show?
Yeah, listening to the show. Yeah, how's it sounding from that end? All right?
Yeah, all good. Yeah, just wanted to get your opinion on your mix. What's it all about? What's going on? You said there's like new tunes.
Yeah, they're all promos got sent to me through the beginning of the January, so they're all new. None have been released yet, so this would be second or third time that I've heard them. So yeah, hopefully, yeah. So far it sounds good. Starts a bit floaty, then goes in obviously my same old sort of like driving stuff. There is a track in there, I think it's in the middle, that's a little bit different, but nothing wrong with something a bit different, is there?
No, all good. What I'll do is I'll send you on a mission to find something that's open.
Right, okay.
Right, so you got to find that and then we'll come back to you later. Anyway, ta-ta.
No worries, enjoy the mix.
You are tuned in to Liquid Pulse Radio with Leo Dantes and Kevin Hoskin.
So with the wonders next technology, we can get on a Kev, which is different from last lockdown, actually, when I did it on my own. I think I pre-recorded them last time, though. I'm not sure. Can't remember. Anyway, up next is probably the tune that Kev was on about, which was the weird one, which is Derb in Africa. Back to Africa remix on Derb Tools. I think it's his new label that Derb's released, which is all good. So we'll be interested to see what this was like, actually. The original was a bit weird. I didn't play the original because I didn't like it, to be blunt. But this one, let's see what it's like in the modern day technology. Let's see.
In the soil of Africa. In the soil of Africa.
And that was Dub in Africa. Back to Africa. The mix, very good tune actually. He hasn't lost his Midas touch. So up next is Charles Dickens' grandson, Mickey Dickens. Brain Freeze on Metamorph Seismic. I'm going to go hold of Kev on the next tune and we'll have a chat about what's going on. Because he should have found something now. If he hasn't found anything now, I'm banishing him for life.
You are tuned in to Liquid Pulse Radio with Leo Dantes and Kevin Hoskin.
So there you go. Some good tunes so far from Kevin. That was blind. That was Mickey Dickens' Brain Freeze. Up next is Blinding Lights by Leo Van Gogh and The Sixth Sense, the Chris SX remix. And we got Kev, who's got some events to go through with us. So welcome, Kevin.
I knew you'd ask that, mate. It's virtually mission impossible to find anything.
Nothing at all?
There's nothing going around, mate. Not until June. So I'll go back to later on and talk about it, but I don't see the point of it. It's June, so
June.
It's just rubbish, isn't it? It's just like
I don't know. Everything's shut down, proper lockdown.
Yeah, it is. It's frustrating, isn't it? So,
so you got a state of trance every Thursday. So that'll keep people ticking.
Yeah, he's had some good lineups on that day, isn't he? I've been watching that.
Yeah, all good stuff. There's one that I'm going to watch maybe this evening. That's done like a classics best of 1,000 or something. Rewatch that one.
Yeah, so that's that. But anyway, while I'm on the phone, couple of shout outs for my son who's listening at the moment. Probably not fair as much. My wife's listening, and Paula from work, Lee, who's in his garage doing his weights as he normally does. I'll find a couple more guys online. I'll give them a couple of shouts out later on. So
okay, we'll be back shortly.
No worries. Enjoy the mix.
That was Blinding Lights by Leo Van Gogh and the Sixth Sense, the Chris SX remix, and it is a blinding tune. Probably the best in the mix so far for me. Up next is Glacial Storm, Dreamcatcher on Metamorph Seismic again. Obviously that's Costa Pantas's left record label. An interesting one on Fever Records next. Used to play a few of their stuff. Quite hard housey back in the day, so I hope Kev hasn't let us down. But anyway, just trying to think of anything, what's going on in the dance scene. There's not a lot. There really is nothing at all going on. No, not thinking of anything right now, but I'm sure I will if something's actually happening. Anyway, enjoy the tunes. Let's get this night rolling on.
Switch on, lock in, and dance like nobody's watching. You're tuned in to Liquid Pulse Radio.
And that was Dreamcatcher by Glacial Storm. Up next is 3 Kilometers. Monsoon, the Phil Reynolds remix on Fever Records. And this is an interesting one. Is it Hard House, Kev?
No, it's not Hard House. Don't be silly. No, it's not. I know what you're on about, but no, this is not Hard House. It's proper trancey. Do what I always do: play the trance.
Play the trance. Yeah, so we're due out of lockdown sort of end of March. Do you think that's likely?
Yeah, well, you would have thought so. I don't know. All these new variants coming in, but they're saying that the vaccine will be able to cope with them, hopefully. My prediction is whether it's end of the full lockdown in March, or maybe they might release little bits, but I reckon it'll be end of what they call this lockdown by the 31st, back into a tier system up until the end of August, beginning of September, then hopefully all restrictions lifted.
All restrictions lifted. Our 40th birthday is in between there somewhere.
Yeah, no, this would be our second birthday where we've been in lockdown, I reckon. But if they might release it in May, do you know what I mean? Hopefully we can have a few people around, and worst case scenario, mate, we'll have to have a barbecue and a few beers in the back garden, won't we?
Beat some barbecues.
Yeah, beat some barbecues, yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully it is like that for the summer. I think you're right. They'll probably be able to see people, but have some sort of restrictions. But yeah, that's it really. So let's see what this tune's all about, and I'll come back to you in a couple tunes time.
Enjoy.
Well, that was a fine tune. It's slight hard dancey feel to it, but it's still a good tune nonetheless. Up next is FG Noise Battleship. So interested to see what this one's all about. Let's play them out and see what's going on. was FG Noise Battleship, quite a good tune as well. Up next, in the last tune is DJT and Back to Paradise. And Kev, would you like to sum up your mix a little bit for us?
Yeah. So I really enjoyed that. Actually, when you put the mix together, you sort of put it together, and then that's it. You don't really sit back and listen to the whole thing, do you? So yeah, it was good. Some of those tracks are actually way better than they sounded when I listened to them when they were on promo. So yeah, I'm impressed with that. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Hope all the listeners enjoyed it, and hope you enjoyed it. Sat in the front room on your own.
Yeah, well, studio, Kev.
Studio, front room, studio, yeah.
But yeah, it's so yeah, all good times, all interesting times. Up next after this is a mix I did actually in 2013 because I couldn't get to do a mix because my car failed its MOT and I had to sort all that out, so I hadn't had time. Yeah, it's a bit of a blast from the past. So some great tunes on there. It's from that time when Weber didn't have anywhere to put his decks, and he gave me his decks for like 6 months.
Oh, I remember them. Yeah, there was they were in your flat for ages, weren't they? You just used and abused them.
Yeah, he just never used them, and then he moved back up the line, and then still never used them.
No. Actually, that's someone up there. They're still covered in dust.
Really?
It's probably the same dust when he gave them back to him. They were collected up.
I'll have to get him on the phone in the future. See what he's doing with himself. What is he doing with himself?
Well, he's been furloughed at the moment, isn't he? Well, you saying that he's going down to. He is on furlough. He's on that flexi furlough, so they go down for like when they have like funerals and stuff.
Oh, right. Okay.
Don't know if he's in his position, mate. Might not be back to what. I don't know, when the pub's open. Apparently May time. That's what they're banging on about, aren't they?
Yeah, mate. Well, interesting times. Can people hold out that long?
Well, don't know. Might have jumped off a cliff by then.
Anyway, let's carry on with the last tune of Kev's mix, and then we'll roll into mine.
Follow us on Twitter at liquid_pulse and on Facebook, facebook.com/Liquid Pulse Group.
So that was Kev's mix. He's left me with short on this one. He's left me a couple minutes short, I would say. I had to slide him in there and get him out. But I've got to fill in now about a minute's worth of gap, which ain't going to happen, but I'll do my best. That was quite a good mix from Kev. Lots of new stuff, fresh stuff. And I've got an older mix because I wasn't able to get one done for this week. So on this one, I did it in 2013. Lots of classic stuff on here. Probably the first half is quite uplifting trancey stuff. Armin, Alien Feeler, Ferry Corsten, Lee Osborne, Andre Al, and Solar Stone, and a few other ones on there. So I hope you enjoy it. Just to let you know, up next week is Bradley Leo Dodge with Evolving Sons Audio. That's his name. It's not him. He's not with someone. He's not allowed to be with somebody, so he better not be. So that's up next, and that's trance and techno. And I think that's us done for this filler. So you just wait until the tune comes in. I think it's another couple minutes. I think. Tick tock, tick tock. Should I give Kev a call? I should give Kev a call. I think just to tell him off. I think. Wait. So here we go. Hang on a minute. There it is.
Hello?
You stitched me up here, haven't you?
I know exactly why you're ringing me.
I've got to fill in all this time. But hey, what can I do? So, what were you doing in 2013?
That was that promo tune that I got sent because it was the end of the mix. I didn't realise what it was. And they left. When I left it off, it was on 58, just over 58. But obviously it's come up to there, just like 56 and a half. So you can blame the person who mastered that tune because that was all left on the end of it for some unbeknown reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, fair enough. What were you doing in 2013?
What was I doing in 2013? We were doing our Liquid Pulse nights in 2013, weren't we?
That is correct. So we had Lange and all that lot around that time, didn't we, I think?
Yeah. Probably sounds a while back. Well, hopefully those days will return at some point. Maybe
a Liquid Pulse event in future, possibly.
That is, we have. I've been talking to a certain individual about that, so that's a possibility. Maybe cut with them when the clubs reopen. We've looked at a couple of headliners, which are nice and juicy. Obviously, not going to say who they are, but yeah, well, if that definitely happens, obviously we'll release that closer to the time.
Yeah, great stuff. A bit of inside information there. And in the background, as you can tell, the music has returned. So now we don't need to do any more filling. We just listen to the tunes. So the first few tunes are quite unknown tunes. It's Cheyenne Baldry, Beyond the Sense of Life. Starts off first four tunes like pretty chilled and uplifting, and then it goes pretty intense after that. So I hope you're enjoying it. This did well on my chart on the Mixcloud when Mixcloud was popular. It's not so popular anymore because they got SoundCloud and Facebook Live, which annoys everyone with about 1 million DJs putting their mixes out and flooding your streams. But hey, we've carried on. We haven't changed. We're pumping out the radio shows ever since lockdown began and beforehand. So hope you're enjoying it. Get up there and dance if you want to dance. If you don't, swig a bit of rum and do whatever you need to do. smooth mixes on this one. Up next is Knights Templar, True Story. This is a really good tune. Never heard of the Knights Templar, the artist. Obviously, there are people who are the Knights Templars in history, but this tune is better than them, I think. I think so.
Let me put it this way, Mr. Raymer. The 9000 series is the most reliable computer ever made. No 9000 computer has ever made a mistake or distorted information. We are all, by any practical definition of the words, foolproof and incapable of error, capable 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 of error. Systems are functional. 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 All systems are functional.
Seem to have missed a mix there, somewhere in the depths of time. Anyway, in the background is Solar Stone, love theme from Blade Runner, the Pure mix. So yeah, obviously this is from the film Blade Runner, which is an awesome soundtrack in its own right. I'll get Kev on the phone after this one, I think, just to see what his thoughts are and musings in this cold and eerie January evening. And we're back on the show, back on the airwaves actually, for after the Christmas break. Nice to have a bit of time off, but we're back. So we're going to try and get some named DJs on, probably later on in February or something like that. But for the moment, you just have to put up with us on our rickety show now, because it's ringing Kev instead of having him in the studio. But modern technology blesses us all with the beauty of communication.
Lock in, charge up, and immerse yourself with Liquid Pulse Radio every week.
In the background, coming sliding through is future disciple Kui Wakara. I can't pronounce that. Kui Wakara, the Bisson remix. About that time in 2013, it's probably one of my favourite tunes. It's uplifting in a melodramatic way. Future disciple is a British guy who lives in Australia now, I think. I've got an unknown mix after this track and I can't remember what it is, so I'm going to have to guess that one upon the fly, I think. Anyway, for now, this is future disciple Kui Wakara. I believe by the sound of the tune that's coming in, I haven't written it down. I'll put it as unknown. Sounds like it was an unreleased version of Happiness Happening. I think it's Lee Osborne remix. From what I can remember, great remix. So enjoy it. I'll get Kev on the phone after this one, and let's see what he thinks of it.
You are tuned in to Liquid Pulse Radio with Leo Dantes and Kevin Hoskin.
Light shine on, making our faces many colors. Everyone is moving like waves make an ocean on and on. Everybody's singing, yes, this is happiness happening.
So we've got Kev back on the phone. So Kev, what do you think of the mix so far?
Yeah, that's started off very sort of like very slow, which is very unusual for you. That's not your style, but slightly different. Mind you, it was back in 2013. I suppose you had, like we said, Weber's Deck, so you take full advantage of that. Started off really good, starting to pick up now a little bit. That remix by Happiness Happened by Lee Osborne, mate, that's not bad. As you know, I'm very sceptical when it comes to remixing classics, and yeah, that was right, a nice riff on it. Yeah, I was impressed with that.
Yeah, it's a great tune. Up next, we got a few sort of harmony style tunes. The next one's Andrew Al, and then one after that is Armin and Andrew Al. So we'll come back after those and see what you think of those as well. So let's see what you think.
Cool.
So up next is Armin van Buuren and Andre L. Elaphoria and the Tala 2XLC 140 BPM remix. This everything starts getting a bit tougher from here on in. A Tempo Giusto track after as well. So see if you can keep me guessing what that one is. We'll go back to Kev just after this one. And that one there is over and done with. Up next, what we got? We've got Tempo Gusto, Game Changer. So Kev, how are you liking it so far? What do you think of the last few tunes?
Yeah, it's been really good, hasn't they? I'm impressed with that. I know the tracks well for ages. Well, seeing they came out in 2003 is probably why. So it's nice to hear some bit of the older stuff for a change, because we do tend to play a lot of modern stuff, don't we?
Yeah, we play a lot of modern stuff as all the way forward. Your voice sounds a bit husky there.
Yeah, I was changed my vape over, thinking the thing was dodgy, and then put the nicotine into the bottle, didn't shake it up, and then poured it in and smoked it and started coughing and realised it was pure nicotine that I was smoking at the time. So yeah,
rough as wax then.
Schoolboy error, coughing my guts up out the window, wasn't he sick?
Only you could do something like that, really. Let's be honest.
So yeah, note to self: shake bottle.
And next time, put your mask on before you smoke.
Yeah.
And up next is the Armin van Buuren Ping Pong. Ping Pong, Ping Pong. But it's the Simon Patterson remix. It's a bit more gritty and grimy than the cheesy version.
You are tuned in to Liquid Pulse Radio with Leo Dantes and Kevin Hoskin.
Up next is Tango, Coronas. And see if you noticed there, starting to get a bit more tougher now. Certainly lift up to the 1.4 BPM vibe. Up after this is a Lee Osborne tune. And then it's a Ferry Corson tune. And then we finish off with Ali and Feeler. So a nice little bit of trance to get your teeth into for the last 20 minutes. I hope you've had a good evening. I hope you have a good weekend as well. Apparently it's going to get cold, minus 12 or something like that. Well, yeah, okay. Well, I'll believe it when I see it. But down here in the southwest, it's just wet and rainy, as always. slight Doctor Who feel on that one. Up next is Lee Osborne, End of the Line. After this one, we'll get Kev on. Just have a quick discussion about what we're going to try and do in the future with the radio show, seeing as there's absolutely nothing going on in the world of dance music at the moment. But you could also retrain to be a cyber something or other. But I don't think any of us really want to do that. Anyway, let's enjoy the tunes. Last three tunes, of the evening. 9 o'clock, bang on, we'll finish. Today, no longer sessions, but we may bring them back if we so fit to do so, but not just yet.
You are tuned in to Liquid Pulse Radio with Leo Dantes and Kevin Hoskin.
So in the background we got Ferry Corson Dis. It's quite a tough one for him. So Kev, what do you think so far? Towards the end
really good. Yeah, it's a really good mix, that one. I'm surprised I haven't heard that one in the past, because normally sort of like the days where you could come round and sit down and have a drink with your mate, you used to listen to those. I don't remember you bringing that mix up, but anyway, yeah, so really good. Nice to bring up some old mixes from the past.
Yeah,
lovely jubbly.
Slap them in there. Not much going on elsewhere outside. So in the background, as you can hear, is Ferry Corson Dis, which is quite a tough, ruthless tune. What's your favourite, Ferry?
What's my favourite Ferry Corson tune? Well, it's got to be Sister F, isn't it? Out of the blue. Come on.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, there's loads of them. All that other one that he brought out on his.
Oh,
yeah, that one. That one's amazing. That one is. But yeah, he's fair play to him. He's about one of the only trance DJs I know that's kept to his roots. He went for a bit of a funny one a couple of years ago, didn't he?
Yeah, around 2014, a bit wobbly.
Yeah, he was talking about someone called Luke, wasn't he? When he's that's weird stuff in the background from that album he brought out.
Yeah, Luke the artificial robot, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a bit weird. But yeah, Ferry, you can't go wrong with him, mate. We've seen him a couple of times live, mate. To me, he will always be in my top 3 DJs without a doubt. If you don't like Ferry Corson, there's something wrong with you.
Okay, we'll let this one play out and then probably come back to you at the end.
No worries. Oh, mate.
And as we come to the end of the mix, that was Alien Fila featuring Karim Youssef, Lally, the photography mix. Remember him, Kev?
Photographer.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He kind of like he got really big and then suddenly just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah, strange that one. But yeah, that's pretty good tune, pretty tough to the end off the night with. So I hope you've all had a good evening. We've had a good evening doing it this way, and it works. So we'll probably do it again. So goodbye from me.
And a goodbye from me.